From the Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Dale and Scott.
This kind of sounded kind of springy.
Does it?
And wedding-y.
Yes.
It's a wedding song. Welcome back to the show, guys. This is the Swish edition for May 1st, 2024, and we're calling this episode It's Gotta Be May. It's gonna be May.
I know, I'm already seeing Instagram reels and shit
Yeah.
with the Justin Timberlake.
Oh, I mean, it's inevitable. It's going to happen for the rest of our lives on May 1st. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, Google it. Marcy probably doesn't. Anyway, I thought the spring wedding music was appropriate for May 1st. It's wedding season, definitely here in Vegas. Dale and I just did a big wedding this past Saturday night at the Cosmopolitan. It was our third wedding at the Cosmo. It turned out really good.
Well, this one was nice because it was outside where we've never really been before, in the Boulevard Pool.
Yeah. No, I liked it a lot. Beautiful evening wedding. I think they had the reception. No, the ceremony started at 7, and then the reception was after that, and it was good. And we had our photo booth there. That's why we were there.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. Anyway, so it is May Day, and I wasn't sure exactly what May Day was, so I had to look it up.
I've heard of it, but I've never knew what it was.
Yeah, so May Day is a European festival of ancient origins, marking the beginning of summer. It's usually celebrated on May 1st, around the halfway point between the spring equinox and the June solstice. So now you know. And what a lot of people did is they would decorate poles and do the maypole dance, where everyone grabs a ribbon and they
and go around
dance around it. Yeah. So I was wondering, should we decorate our poles today?
No.
That would be fun.
Would it?
It would be. It's also now officially halfway to Halloween. I know I've talked about that before on the show. Literally halfway there. It's one of my favorite holidays. So I look forward to it.
It is fun. And we don't even really do anything that much for it, but except,
We've done, some years we've done more than others.
Yeah.
When Jacqueline has been here, we've always gone over the top with our outfits. And
yeah, but we don't really go anywhere.
No, we stay home and give out candy. But one year we built a huge haunted house in our courtyard at our old house.
Yeah.
That was fun. I don't know that we could really do that here.
No.
We don't have the right setup for that. And I don't want kids in the house. I don't want anyone in the house.
Well, you could go down the side.
Yeah, I guess you could do it. Yeah. That'd be creepy as hell, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Every episode, the dogs have to bark. Only when we sit down to tape. Anyway, maybe you guys can't hear it. I don't know. We can. Also on the calendar, tomorrow is May 2nd, and it happens to be the 9th anniversary of Avenue Jack opening. Did you know
Bringing
that?
up all this history.
Did you know that we opened a men's clothing store in Washington, D.C. called Avenue Jack?
I do, yeah.
9 years ago tomorrow. Yeah. It lasted about 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was really fun. I'm glad we did it. It was a learning experience. We worked our butts off for the whole, I don't know, it was 9 months to a year ahead of time just to get it ready and up and running, and
right, the build out
the whole space and get all the furniture and come here to Vegas to shop for all the clothes, which was my favorite part of the whole thing.
Well, yeah.
And then we worked at it every damn day, and we didn't take very many days off. That's for sure. I don't miss that part. I don't miss having to be there every day. And I would never, given the climate now, I would never get back into
retail,
the whole world of retail. It's tough. It is a really tough business. That and restaurants. Anyway, This is also this past Sunday. I saw on the news yesterday morning was the 60th anniversary of Viva Las Vegas, the movie and the song. You guys know the Elvis song. I think it's arguably the unofficial, official Las Vegas song.
It has to be, right?
It's got to be. I mean, there's several Las Vegas songs, but that one is quintessential Vegas.
Right.
And it's 60 years old now. It's about as old as Vegas. I mean, we go back a little before that, but not much. There wasn't a lot happening.
There wasn't much happening.
There was. I mean, there was the Flamingo and a couple other places, but it really took off after the 60s, I guess, to become the juggernaut that it is today.
As today.
Yeah. I love it. It's a town, people bemoan the idea that Vegas is changing. Well, Vegas has always been changing. That's what Vegas is all about. It's going to constantly change. Things are going to close. Things are going to get demolished. Things will go away to make something new. I think that's what's fun about Vegas.
You just got to do Excalibur and Luxor next.
Yeah, do something. Well, Luxor is having a heyday. They're coming back. They've got some cool shows. They've got some great exhibits. They've got some good restaurants. I don't know. You're not going to tear down that pyramid.
It should.
Eyesore. And Excalibur is nothing special to look at, but I like the casino, and that place prints money. I mean, they make a lot of money off that place.
I mean, they just redid the casino floor with that new bar.
It's nice. It's nice. Well, speaking of vacations, I got a 2025 vacation idea. Not for us, I don't think.
No.
Would you do this?
No.
I don't know if any of our listeners might be nudists. I don't know. But Norwegian Cruise Lines, together with a group called Bare Necessities, are putting together a charter cruise called the Big Nude Boat. 2,000 naked passengers out of Miami to the Caribbean, February 3rd through the 14th, 2025. This is on the Norwegian Pearl. This is a naked cruise, y'all. And they want to make sure you know it is not an orgy. Just because you're naked doesn't mean you're looking to sell your wares, I guess.
Yeah. It's not a gay cruise.
It's not a gay. No, it's not. It's for everyone.
Because that's an orgy.
That definitely turns into them sometimes. Yeah. There are rules, as you can imagine. Passengers aren't allowed to walk around naked when the ship is in port, which makes sense.
Well, that makes sense.
They're required to wear clothing for all meals in the ship's dining rooms. Thank goodness. And they must always sit on a towel or another article of clothing when they're bare-bottomed.
Well, that's
like at a bar or something.
Nice.
What? Yeah, because who wants ass smell on all the fabric? Lingerie and fetish wear are also no-nos. And, of course, photos and videos are completely verboten. You can't take pictures of other people on the ship. Now, here's the thing that I didn't get. I don't understand. Passengers can be naked in the buffet.
Gross.
So gross. Can you imagine being in the buffet line trying to get your salad or your hot dog or whatever, and there's a fucking 100, I don't know, huge naked guy in front of you who's like 70 years old? I mean, it would just, please.
No, I wouldn't want
Nobody wants to see that. I've been to naked things before, and I'll tell you, I'm not a huge fan. I went to a clothing optional gay resort in Key West once, a million years ago.
Well, I did that in Fort Lauderdale? Where did we go?
I don't know.
At night it was clothing optional.
Yeah. Oh, the place where Steve Walker stayed.
Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah. Well, we were just visiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. We stayed at the W where you had to wear clothes. But so I just want to preface the fact that when I went to the gay naked or clothing optional resort, I opted to wear my bathing suit. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the good looking guys at the pool were wearing bathing suits.
That's the problem with
it was all the ugly people, ugly and overweight people that were naked at the pool. I was like, ew, or old. Yeah. It was weird. I like my penis, but I don't want everyone to see it. Only people that I want to engage with.
God.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Anyway. Did you hear about this? This
I didn't hear
cat
about it
story.
until I just read it, and it's mind-boggling how this happened.
Although everyone who's listening to the show who has a pet cat at home or cats, a lot of our friends have multiple cats, they probably could see this happening because cats love boxes. A Utah couple accidentally shipped their cat to California in an Amazon return package. The family spent a week searching the house, the entire neighborhood. They put up flyers. They could not find their cat. They had no idea what happened to the cat. Then they got a call from Amazon. Amazon found the cat in a box that they had returned to Amazon. They took her to a vet and the vet scanned her microchip and found out who she was. Thank God. Microchip your pets, people. It's a great way. It's the first thing they do when they find a stray animal is they see if they have a microchip.
I mean, I get cats like boxes, but to actually get it to the point where you've actually mailed it back.
I mean, the cat must have crawled in there while she was putting the shit together, and then she didn't see it. How do you not notice that there's a cat in the box?
It didn't meow.
Before you
didn't
tape it
move
up.
When you lifted it up.
The cat was in the box for 6 days and nights without food, water, or light. Luckily, there was enough gap in the cardboard that it was able to breathe. So the cat's fine. It lost a little weight, and that's about it.
Wow.
The man and woman of the house in Utah got in the car and drove to California and picked up the cat and brought it home. I don't know why Amazon couldn't have shipped it back to them.
Right.
I mean, if it lasted on the return trip, it could have made it. Crazy. Just wanted to update this because we did talk about Caitlin Clark before on this show. Did you see this deal that she inked with Nike?
No.
It's an 8-year deal worth $28 million.
Ow, wow.
Now, she's only getting $76,000 a year to play her freshman year at Indiana Fever.
All right. Well, that makes up for some of it.
It makes up for a lot of it. Yeah, because that's really horrible. I mean, the WNBA and, of course, the college, which Caitlin Clark just came from college, their numbers, the women's basketball has just been going through the roof rating-wise. So I assume those salaries will come up at some point.
Yeah.
And kind of match the guys who make 99,000%
Well, if it keeps
more.
moving and gets more popular and it makes more revenue, then we should see salaries go up.
Yeah. Nike will create a signature shoe. There'll be a Caitlin Clark sneaker that you guys can buy. And the new deal would be the richest sponsorship contract for a woman basketball player ever.
Wow.
Ever. $28 million. She was also courted by Under Armour, Adidas, and Puma, who all tried to get her, but she went with Nike. I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Good for her. She deserves it. What is that? 28. What is 28 divided by 8? 28 divided by 8. It's $3.5 million a year. No, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, $3.5 million a year.
Yeah.
Added to her 76.
Wow. That's pretty good.
How about some weird food news, Dale?
God, I saw this the other day.
Sour Patch Kids are teaming up with Oreos, and they're coming out with a limited edition, Sour Patch Kids Oreos. You can start to find them in your stores on May 6th. Now, Oreo has released literally hundreds of these. I mean, they just churn them out.
Right, yeah.
I bought the pumpkin ones once.
Well,
I've bought some different ones over the years.
Like that I could get behind, but the flavor combination of a traditional Oreo and Sour Patch Kids, it doesn't go right.
Yeah, well, they're using the vanilla cookie instead of the chocolate one. So the cream will be multicolored sugar, sour sugar inclusions sandwiched between two Sour Patch Kids flavored base cakes with even more colorful inclusions.
Base cakes.
Yeah, they call the cookie part the base cake, and anything that they add to it they call an inclusion. What the hell is an inclusion? It's just a little itty bitty piece of Sour Patch Kid.
So or I guess like the sugar, the sour sugar that they put on.
Yeah, so
jellies.
it's like a not salty, but a sour and sweet
I like Sour Patch Kids. I just don't want it with
a cookie.
a cookie, Oreo cookie.
It's weird. Remember, we used to play the Oreo song a lot on this show.
Oh, that was because we were bringing up old commercials, and
That's right.
the old school Oreo commercial is the song is funny.
It is funny. I don't have it on my board here, but I'll find it.
Break it down.
Get swishy with it. Swish edition.
Well, this is going to be kind of a short show today because we're both tired.
Oh man,
Oh, you want to go longer? I can find more shit.
you better shut the fuck up.
I got a lot of TV to talk about. So, on the heels of Manhunt, which we finished over on Apple TV Plus, they're in a history this year, Dale.
A lot of it.
We just started Franklin. Have you guys seen Franklin? This is Michael Douglas playing Benjamin Franklin and a guy named Noah Jupe who plays his grandson, Temple. It's kind of fun. So at age 70, if you guys don't remember your history, Benjamin Franklin went off to Paris. Never had any diplomatic training, but he was basically sent over to try to convince the monarchy in France to underwrite America's experiment in democracy. Yeah. He wanted them to come help fight the war against the British. And if you guys know your history, you know that actually happened. So, but it's interesting to see how what the hoops he had to go through to get it done. So,
I'm enjoying it. I didn't know if I would like it or not.
it's very well done.
I tell you, and I know that you wrote this on here.
Yeah.
That even without any like big makeup or anything, he can pull off a Ben Franklin.
Yeah, it's mostly the hair, right?
Yeah.
But apparently Michael Douglas refused to sit. They wanted him to sit for 2+ hours every morning to get face prosthetics added to his face so he would look more like the Benjamin Franklin we all know from our $100 bills.
Right.
But he said, no, I am not doing it. He was one of the executive producers on the show, on the series, so he kind of called the shots, and he said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use my own face. And it works. It works. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really well done. The sets are amazing. The stuff on the ships was amazing. It looks great. The costumes are amazing. I mean, the people in France, they really knew how to dress.
They are over the top, man.
Yeah, and all the wigs and
the
stuff.
white makeup and the really, what do you call that stuff you put on your cheeks?
Rouge.
Rouge.
Yeah, even the men. Yeah.
Yeah, they were something to look at, man.
Only negative I see is there's a lot of characters speaking French. And they're speaking French and then there's English subtitles on the screen. So you know what the hell they're saying because I failed French in high school. I know about 5 words. It's a little annoying, and I don't understand why. Like they could have started speaking French and then kind of just reverted to English,
right?
Just for our benefit, since it is on an American streaming network. So it's a little annoying, but
I mean, because we've seen other shows that do this. Where they're in a land where English is not spoken, and they do it in English anyway, and it works.
Right, because we don't want to watch a whole movie in French unless you speak French. Yeah, I think that Napoleon movie, which I still want to watch, I think that's all in English.
That's all in English, I believe.
I don't even think they bothered to do French accents. Anyway, if for no other reason, if you guys are not really interested in dramatic history type stuff, at least check out the title sequence at the beginning of the episode.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
It's one of the best ones I've seen.
It's one of the best ones I've seen in a long time.
I was actually thinking this to myself the other day before we even talked about it. But what's the award show that does TV?
The Emmys?
Emmys, do they give awards for those openings? Is there a category for that?
There might be something. They call them titles. But they might.
Maybe it's not aired.
It's a technical. TV. Yeah, it's probably something that's not part of the broadcast.
Because some of them are
amazing,
pretty fucking awesome. Yeah,
I remember I really liked the one for the flight attendant That was good.
The flight attendant was good.
Yeah.
But this one is really
But then there's
cool.
ones that I really hate. Like Manhunt was just what the song that they picked for the beginning of Manhunt just didn't fit the show at all.
Well, I kind of think it did.
Did it?
When you think about what the show was about, right? And it was, about the war with the South and abolishing slavery.
Yeah.
And I bet if you look that song up, it may have been a popular slave song or something that went along with the opening.
Maybe. Now I'm trying to think of other ones that I really like the beginning of. Game of Thrones always had a really good opening. The Sopranos was classic.
And the Game of Thrones one was different because even within the same season, the opening would change
Depending
if
on what was
something
happening.
were happening. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I ever caught up on that.
Yeah, you'll notice it.
Yeah. And then there's ones that we just fast forward through as fast as possible. After you've seen them a couple times, you don't need to watch them on every episode.
Like AMC, if you're a subscriber to AMC Plus, and if anyone from AMC Plus is listening, add that to your freaking shows. AMC is the only one that I know that you can't, like Lucky Hank, you can't skip it after you've watched it once.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've sat through that thing.
And I think there was,
times.
and I believe the most recent Walking Dead, Michonne and Rick one,
Yeah.
you couldn't
fast forward through
Yeah.
that one either. I wonder why. There must be some reason that they do that. I don't know. Are you familiar, Dale, with this stand-up comedian named Leanne Morgan? She's from she's Tennessee. She's got a kind of a thick Southern accent. Anyway, I discovered her by watching like TikToks and reels and stuff of her stand-up specials. And apparently, and I actually watched the Netflix. She has a Netflix stand-up special. And it's really, really good. I mean, like side-splitting funny. Anyway, she blew up, and Netflix decided after her stand-up special did so well that they were going to develop a sitcom around her.
Hey.
And guess who's doing it? Chuck Lorre.
Oh, now
You guys know Chuck Lorre, or at least you know his shows. He created and helmed shows like The Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, The Kaminsky Method. Speaking of Michael Douglas, he was in that. Mom, Mike and Molly, 2.5 Men. I mean, the list goes on and on.
I mean, he did all the most popular ones.
Yeah. I mean, he's done some of the best. Yeah. And most of his stuff is a little edgier, you know?
Well, maybe that's what makes him fun.
I think it totally makes him fun. I mean, 2.5 Men was very edgy. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't know what it's going to be called. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know much about it at all.
Well, you didn't say what it was about.
Oh, she's going to be about a woman, middle-aged woman whose husband leaves her after 33 years of marriage. And then I guess she lives with her kids. It sounds kind of Reba-ish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Still waiting to find out what's happening with Reba's. She did a pilot episode for a new sitcom. Anyway, so excited about that. So what to watch this week if you guys have streaming services. And I don't know why you wouldn't have Apple TV Plus because it is so amazing.
I think it's one of the better ones.
You can watch Manhunt. You can watch Franklin. You can watch so many great shows. But Acapulco comes back today with season 3. The first 2 episodes drop today. There's going to be 10 episodes total through June 26th. I love this. This is about a Mexican Riviera hotel called Las Colinas in the 1980s. And it is so campy and so over the top and so fun and it's kind of heartwarming too. I mean, you really get into these characters and you really want them to win and you want them to find love. And it's really cute.
No subtitles.
No,
actually, there's
there might be
couple.
some here and there, but most of it's in English, even though it's in Mexico. So it's about this guy named Maximo who is a rich millionaire, and you see him today telling the story about how he worked at this hotel back in the 80s to his grandson. Is it his grandson?
I
think so.
I think it's his grandson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugo.
No, Hugo is Maximo's fat friend from the hotel.
No.
Yeah.
Hugo is the grandson, the little kid.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Then what's his best friend's name?
His name is
It's Hugo.
Nope.
Okay. Anyway,
I'll look it up.
all right. It's not important. But if you guys haven't seen seasons 1 and 2, you start with those. But if you love it like we do, it's on tonight. We will definitely be watching it tonight. So,
It's just a fun show.
yeah, excited about it. Also,
Mimo.
what's his name?
His name is Mimo or Memo.
Oh, that's right. So
Hugo is Maximo's now grandson.
got it. Okay. All right.
Memo. I'm not quite sure how you say it.
All right. Well, we'll find out. We'll check it out tonight. See. Also, Hacks is back this week. That's tomorrow, Thursday, May 2nd. That's on Max. If you guys don't have Max, I don't know what's wrong with you. That's cool too. The first 2 episodes drop tomorrow, and then 1 a week through June 26th. They've got 9 episodes. Now, you will not see me on it, even though I did attend one of the tapings of the show here in Vegas. I was going to be casino player number 95,000. You won't see me because literally they called in hundreds and hundreds of people to be in this casino scene, and there was just literally no way you would see me on the screen. So I was very, very disappointed. I thought it was just going to be a handful of people, and I'd be like right up next to Gene Smart, and but that was not going to happen. Plus, it didn't even start till midnight. It was horrible. It was not a great experience. I'm never doing that again. I don't ever want to be an extra in a movie again. Anyway, if you guys don't know, Hacks is about kind of a Joan Rivers type stand-up comedian played by Jean Smart, who I love to death. She's amazing. And her 25-year-old writer, I guess she's her joke writer or something.
Yeah.
Played by Hannah Einbinder. It's fun. It's dirty. A lot of it takes place here in Vegas, which makes it fun for us. So, and then we've talked about it last week. This Friday, May 3rd on Netflix is Unfrosted, the story about how Pop-Tarts came to be. And it looks really funny.
They've been doing a lot of these. Like, you had the McDonald's one, right? And then you have Pop-Tarts. And I feel like there was some other stuff in between.
Was something else recently. Oh, Beanie Babies. The Beanie Babies movies, which we didn't see. We'll have to go back and watch that one. Anyway,
it had Steve Carell in it.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, Unfrosted is written, directed, and produced by Jerry Seinfeld, and Melissa McCarthy's in it, Jim Gaffigan, Hugh Grant, a bunch of other people. So I'm excited about it. It's on our list. I just wish that Netflix shows and movies showed up on our Up Next on Apple TV.
I know.
So we have to remember. Like, we still haven't watched that movie, that series about the bad woman in the Mexican drug cartel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch that. Anyway, just 2 more items for you. We've been talking about remake news lately. I think on like every episode in the last month.
Yeah.
Now, come to find out, Jennifer Aniston's production company, along with 20th Century Pictures, is redeveloping the 1980 comedy classic 9 to 5.
This could be fun if you get the right people.
And of course, 9 to 5 was Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, Dolly Parton, Dabney Coleman. It's one of my favorite movies. If it's on, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it over and over. I just love everything about it. But I don't know. How do you do it right? How do you do it without Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin and Dolly Parton?
Well,
maybe they can make cameos.
Yeah, maybe they could be something.
Something. They got to be involved somehow.
Yeah.
Also, other Netflix news, Netflix is getting together with Warner Brothers to develop a live-action 1-hour drama series based on Hanna-Barbera's 1960s classic Scooby-Doo.
Again?
I know, right? So if you guys don't know, I think it was 2002, they made a live-action Scooby-Doo movie that did really well. It did so well that they made a sequel into 2004. It's hard to say these years because I'm so used to saying 2020 something. Yeah, so that was with Freddie Prinze Jr. He played Fred. Sarah Sarah Michelle Gellar, who was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, she played Daphne. Matthew Lillard played Shaggy. And Linda Cardinelli played Velma.
Do you know who voiced Shaggy in the cartoon?
Casey Kasem. Yeah, I did know that. Anyway, so that movie did really well. I like it. I actually have the DVDs of those two movies. So they're fun. So anyway, we'll see what they do with it. I don't like, as you know, as I've talked about before, Max, Mindy Kaling made a cartoon of Velma, and it's disgusting and a disgrace to the Scooby-Doo brand. And I refuse to watch it. And it gets horrible, horrible reviews. And I don't understand why the executives at Max renewed it for a season 2 because it was abysmal. Like it has like a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
Yeah.
People hate it. But someone must have it in for or love Mindy Kaling because they renewed it. I don't know why. Anyway, the reason I'm excited about this particular Scooby-Doo is Greg Berlanti is doing it. And you might not know his name, but he did some of the classic kind of, I don't know, shows that I grew up on. He did Dawson's Creek. He did Brothers and Sisters. He did Riverdale, which was based on the Archie comics. He did You on Netflix. We liked You season 1 and 2, and then it kind of went down the drain.
Oh, I didn't go down the drain. I just got tired of the same. Oh, damn.
Yeah. He also did Arrow and Supergirl over on the CW. So I'm excited about this. I think it could be good just because knowing that Greg Berlanti is going to be behind it. So we'll see. But how are they going to do the dog? Is it going to be a real dog? Is it going to be a cartoon dog with fake people? I mean, real people? Who knows? Or maybe they won't even do the dog at all.
It's fucking Scooby-Doo.
I know. How do you do it without the dog?
I mean, it's named after the fucking dog.
It is named after the fucking dog. Anyway, more wedding music. That's all I got. What do you think about that?
I like it.
Anyway, I hope you guys have a happy Wednesday and a great rest of your week. This is one of my favorite months, especially here in Vegas. May is a great month. If you guys are thinking about coming to Vegas, come in May and come in October.
Late September, October.
It can still be in the hundreds in September. Summer is really June, July, August, September here. Yeah. Anyway. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow our show and tell all your friends. Write us a nice review on Apple. Do it all. We'll see you soon.
Bye. It was fun.
It was really fun. I'm glad we did it.